Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, January 26, 2021, and here we have the price action for today. It was a range day, as you can see. Overnight, big trend up, and today there's like a small correction, kind of, into this range. Yeah, I thought prices were going to go higher because they were trending even at, well, I guess at the open it started to get congestive. I didn't see any trades in here, nor did I see it in this leg up or in this big move down. First move I saw was here. And even that's aggressive. That's very aggressive now that I'm thinking about it. You know, this, you might go short under this, but let's take a look at these. Some of these I marked I probably would have taken, but yeah, let's take a look. So like I said, prices were trending up overnight, and then right at the open you get this congestion. I don't see anything. You might have treated this like a first entry, second entry right here, short. If there's not much space to the EMA, you might not have that trend line drawn either by then. You probably wouldn't. Or if you did, it would be steeper. So, first entry, this is the second entry, and this looks congested, but at this point you might take this just because it's off the trend line, and you would have this trend line by then, and it would have worked, but you probably would have gotten nervous when it ticks into your trade and bounces back up. But anyway, so this is the second entry, then you get a first entry again, nice bearish bar that bounces off the EMA, but it's just the first entry. First entry, second entry, this big bar, but I wouldn't take that because it bounces off the trend line, and that bar is just way too big for me. 14 ticks, that's 3.5 points. So what are we saying? This first entry, second entry. Oh, and those are failures. So let's see. First entry. Yeah, you can't take those. So let's see, first entry. This is like a second entry right here. Second entry short. But that, you might take that. First break of the trend line, we're expecting a move to a new low. You might take that. Prices bounce off of yesterday's closing price right here, and that actually ends up being a key price level most of the day. But anyway, we start moving into, after making a new low, we start moving into this small leg up. Let's see, first entry. I was looking at this like a failed second entry short, but just a neutral signal bar, which is a shame because these are some nice moves up. And again, you don't get anything to get into this downward move. You can't predict that this congestion is going to lead down. So we do break into this congestion from a downward move. So this is a counter trend break, but I'm going to talk about this. Give me a second. So this is pretty much the top of the congestion. I probably would have had my congestion like here at first, but towards the middle of the day ended up being that closing price from yesterday. So by then I was thinking about it. You might look at this entry, but that bar is like, it's almost neutral because it doesn't close near its low. But it is back into congestion after a counter trend break. So, and maybe it was up here, and towards the close of the bar it's quickly shot down. I don't know. But anyway, I marked this trade as aggressive. It's a second entry long. I figured there would be trap shorts here too, and it's back into congestion. That's why I marked that. You can't take this because that's right into that level of support. Let's see, is there a first entry? Nope, there's no failed second entry short here. More congestion. So let me, I forgot to touch on this. So this gold area is the overnight highs, which basically was at the opening price, or well, not at the opening price, but shortly before the open. And this is not the overnight lows. The overnight lows were way beneath this downward trend right here, but they just didn't end up. They didn't end up having any importance, so I don't have them marked. So I marked the next, where the next leg started, and it looks like it might be a midline, but I didn't check that out. So let's take a look. So yeah, more congestion here. I don't see any good moves. This is just it's just too congestive here. This, I wouldn't have had this green trend line drawn by this bar right here, first entry. Ooh, but I think I should mark that, you know, because that's a second entry short. I think I should mark this. It's a second entry short. I don't know, because this prices are moving up here, making new highs. It's a second entry short though, and this, I don't think we had this blue level yet, because I drew that from where prices bounced later in the day. So I'm not sure I would take that. I'm going to take that arrow away. But anyway, you know what? No, I am going to keep that but it might be a little aggressive. Because, look, this is congestion here. So that's back into congestion. And it's a second entry short. Even though this congestion formed after moving up, the original congestion formed after this big leg down. So I think that's a good move. And then prices come down, bounce off of what eventually ended up being the midline. I like this failure right here. This is a failed second entry, or no, this is a second entry long. And if you, I like this a lot. It ticks lower. The reason I do like it is because it's a second entry long. Let me just be clear about that. So put your stop above that, and that's a good move. This is where we get confirmation of this green channel, but you don't get a signal bar. You get a second entry long right here with matching lows. Plenty of room back to the EMA. And then we get some more congestion. And alright, we get this leg down, first entry, second entry, short. So I marked this, but I didn't want to take it because that's a big risk, and it's just it's a big bar. But it does work out. 3 points and a tick. Second entry, first entry, second entry. Again, this is just too big of a bar. First entry, more congestion. This is where prices bounced. Let's see, you get a first entry, second entry long, but that's congested. That's like a micro range right here. So that'd be very aggressive. However, it kind of looks like a second entry long and a failed second entry short. So I don't know, you might like that. And then here you got a double test far from the EMA on a low risk bar. That's 5 ticks. So I probably would have taken that. probably would have taken it. It kind of looks like it's going back into the congestion underneath this price level. But yeah, it's a double test. Plenty of room to scalp out before the EMA. And then, so this, I like this entry just because it's off that price level. Big, bullish bar, engulfing bar. So I like this. It's a first entry though. Kind of looks like maybe a second entry. Boom. This is technically the second entry right here though. Nice bullish bar. You might not have had that trend channel drawn though. But it's also, now that I'm looking at this price level, it's almost like a breakout pullback as well. And I think that is what it is. So I like that. Let me just extend that so you can see. It's like a breakout pullback. And nothing around here. More congestion. I don't see anything I like. Maybe if you extend this all the way, this bounces off here. First entry, second entry. This is just first entries. I don't think this looks like a double bottom, but I don't think you could take that. Kind of just in no man's land. Get a steep move down right here. So, oh, okay, this is after 12 o'clock. That's why I didn't mark this one. But I did like this. I think it was like technically a second entry short, first entry, second entry, first entry, second entry. Oh no, maybe not. But yeah, engulfing bar at the top where prices have been held. So that's what I saw for today. I'm interested to see if Mack has anything marked in here or here. But hopefully I'll be back tomorrow.